One of my interests in the world as Mahdi Shaheeb Sher is the Islamic Revolution of Iran. I think that with my birth I had 15 to 20 presidents present on my birth as Mahdi Shaheeb Sher. This can be checked with public information in the Bradford Royal Infirmary Hospital. And I think with that I got some kind of Islamic revolution from the Americans to mark my birth as Mahdi Shaheeb Sher, and I think that's one of my contributions as well as Mahdi Shaheeb Sher, the Islamic Revolution of Iran. I think it's kind of like Islam in the world. At my birth in 1980, April 1980, and I think that with this revolution, it's kind of marking Islam as it's perhaps one of its highest pinnacles in the world. So I think that that's quite important. I think to have the Islamic Revolution at the time of 1980, I think just a few months before my birth as Mahdi Shaheeb Sher, I think introduces kind of a new Islam in the world that has a revolutionary flavour to it. It's a very advanced Islam, because it's Islamic revolution which involves a whole population, and we've probably never had an Islamic revolution before, so it's quite significant and advanced in that respect. And it was undertaken by the Americans, who have an interest in these Islam things. So I think with this we see a change in Islam in the world and world history. We see it as a revolution and a revolution government. So we see kind of like a Shaheeb Sher Islam in Iran, with a Shaheeb Sher characteristic of a revolution. And this can be looked at with my kind of behaviour and demeanour. It has my kind of behaviour within the revolution, how it moves and things. So I think we do have a Mahdi Shaheeb Sher revolution in Iran, and I think that's kind of changed Islam forever, because these revolutions can occur in other places. We have the Taliban in Afghanistan, which is also some kind of religious government and revolution as well, with militia, Taliban militia. So we have that kind of government, and that's kind of like a Russian Taliban government for Mahdi Shaheeb Sher. So I think the Russians have put the Taliban in government for the benefit of Mahdi Shaheeb Sher. So I think that occurred around about 1990 or something. So we have a Taliban government there, and that's kind of like a Russian view and perception of Mahdi Shaheeb Sher Islam in Afghanistan. I think that's what Mahdi Shaheeb Sher Islam in Afghanistan looks like, with the Taliban militia and government. It has that kind of behaviour with a Russia perception, and the same could apply in other Arab countries as well. We have the Ba'ath Party, which has some kind of Mahdi Shaheeb Sher characteristics in its behaviour, and that has created some kind of Iraq nationalism in Iraq, and that's kind of nationalism in the Muslim world, which is also very advanced and significant and very powerful. So I think that's an advanced form of government for the Muslim world. I think we also have various other areas in the Muslim world where there is some kind of a revolution foundation for further Islamic revolutions in the Muslim world. I don't favour those too much, but there is foundations for those things. And in Egypt, we have the Muslim Brotherhood of Egypt, which is has been introduced by America, perhaps with some concerns about Mahdi Shaheeb Sher, Islam in Saudi Arabia. I think there could be some concerns there, so there's an interest in maybe moving the capital of Islam from Riyadh to Egypt and Cairo. So I think that the Muslim world does have some foundations and concepts for maybe Islamic revolutions and nationalism, and maybe parties like the Ba'ath Party that can perhaps advance governments and countries throughout the Muslim world. Thank you.